We'll literally show you the Korea that you've been wanting to see.
Time to experience the nooks and crannies of Korea as if with your own 2 feet on
K-Patch!
with Jennifer.
That's right, it's a Monday. We've got K-Patch as usual, but as we mentioned, Kiwon is going to be off for a couple of weeks due to this awful COVID. She hasn't got it. She's just in quarantine by herself. And Jennifer has come into the studio to cover kindly. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, Peter.
How are you doing?
So nice to meet you.
We have worked together on another station that we won't name.
Yes.
Because Arirang is the best and it's paying our bills here.
It is.
And it's my regular as well. But some of our listeners, I know, go back and forth. Like they'll listen to us, they'll listen to other stations, other shows. So if you remember Jennifer and you know Jennifer, Raul is one of them, saying, "Oh, Jen is on Arirang now."
Oh my God, Raul, thank you for remembering me.
Yeah, Tropic Girl saying, "Oh, from the other place," and she's mentioned the station that we won't talk about. And so people already know you, some of our listeners, but for those who don't, a little introduction.
Oh my God, it's really touching to those listeners who remember me. I mean, it's a huge surprise, to be honest. Yeah, it's an honor to be here on Daily K. It's a huge show, and it's so nice to meet you, Peter. I mean, life is like a box of chocolates, isn't it? Who would have imagined?
You don't know when you're going to run into someone ever
know.
again.
Yeah.
So many of our listeners have said this, and I believe it's true. You know, be nice to people on the way up, because you'll see them on the way down as well.
That's true.
But for people who have no idea who you are, Jennifer, what do you do? You're on YouTube as well. You do some broadcasting too.
That's right. I mean, I love sharing Korean culture, teaching Korean language. So I've been running my YouTube channel since 2019. That's been like, oh my God, already 2 years.
Wow. What's the name of your channel?
It's Jen from Korea.
Okay.
And I'm basically your guide to Korean culture, Korean food. And mostly I try to teach Korean language through K-pop lyrics.
Oh, that's a cool concept. Because
Yes.
we do that once a month on our show with Korean Onni,
really?
who we were talking about a little bit in the song break. But a lot of our listeners are well into K-pop. They will love that. So Jen from Korea with 2 N's, is that?
That's right.
Jen
2N.
from Korea.
Hopefully you can find
Is
it.
it all one word as well?
Yes,
There we go.
There we have.
137 videos. So you've done a lot on there.
Yeah, I've been trying to regularly post it, which is not easy, but I see my loyal subscribers and I can see the growing attention and interest in our culture. So yeah,
Good
it's
luck.
been great journey so far.
Lots of our listeners subscribe to any of our guests who have YouTube channels. So guys, I trust you'll go and do that. Although the way you talk about it, it sounds like Daily K, but as a YouTube channel, you might be our rival, Jen. I'm just kidding.
One day you never know.
I hope you can listen to our show live and then watch Jen's channel 24/7, all the rest of the hours. Our hashtag today is 단짝, or best friend. And
Yes.
Tropic Girl has actually sent in a photo here saying, "This is my best friend, Rennie. We've known each other since we were 19. We did our bachelor's together and then got our master's degree together in Edinburgh." That is some amazing fate. Or maybe you intended to do it all together.
That's a beautiful friendship. And you know, it's not easy to have that long friendship.
No.
Maintaining that trust is not easy.
Absolutely.
That's so beautiful.
So for you, then, Jen, that hashtag, do
Yeah.
you have like one best friend? Do you have a few? Or like some of our listeners have said, they don't have any particular best friends, just many friends.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm in my 30s now. I have a kid, and I gotta be honest with you. It's not easy to socialize with friends
Yes.
as I did before in my college years.
Of course.
But I feel really lucky to say that I can confidently say, yes, I have my best friend, a friend who's living in Japan.
Oh.
I've known her. I met her when I was 13 in Korean age, so that's like wow, like 2 decades.
Where did you meet?
In elementary school.
In Korea?
Yes.
And then why are they over in Japan now?
Well, she loves to, travel and live in different countries. She used to
Oh.
live in Mexico, US, and Japan. I didn't know that she would go that global.
Wow,
but
just by herself?
By herself.
That's
I
very
know.
adventurous,
And
isn't
as
it?
a friend, I gotta be honest with you. Sometimes I just want to say, hey, what are you thinking? You should come back. Look at the world, the corona, come back.
Wow.
But yeah, I just try to be supportive as much as possible.
That's really
Yeah.
interesting. And you keep in touch fairly regularly?
I mean, we're living in a world with so many social media channels,
Yeah.
so I feel so, lucky to just easily contact her.
Oh.
And the time is exactly the same in Tokyo and in Seoul.
Oh, that helps a lot.
That's
Yeah.
really helpful, yes.
Because I was talking about my British friends, and that's one thing that really is a pain in the butt is the time difference.
Oh,
like
yes.
to schedule a video call, because one of our friends also lives in Dubai, it's almost impossible. Like it's a terrible time for one of us, no matter what time we pick. Yeah.
How much time gap is there
I think
from Dubai?
Dubai is in the middle. So with the UK, it's 8 or 9 hours, depending on summertime, and then
Yes.
Dubai is maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Still, that's
something
big,
like that.
right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks a little bit. I want your friend in Japan. Can I borrow her for a little while? Today's hashtag, you can still send in about that tanjak or best friend in English. Jen, we've given you quite a tough topic, I feel, because sometimes it's
Yes.
things like a cafe or a cookie making experience. Today, it's something very meaningful to Koreans. What are we going to take a look at?
I know. I was a little bit nervous. Maybe it could go too heavy, but still, it's worth to talk about. And this coming Friday, it is June 25th.
Oh, it's Friday, yes.
And a lot of Koreans, surely we remember this day, the day when Korean War broke out. And it's still a living history to many of us.
Yeah, many
including
people.
my parents, my
Yeah.
grandparents. And my grandmother's brother is in North Korea. And
Separated family.
yes, it's not
Oh.
a surprise to see such separated family still. Yeah, it's really sad, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So this time I went to Memorial Hall of Incheon Landing Operation.
I didn't know until we decided this theme that they had a memorial hall dedicated to that operation. That's how, I guess, important it is and pivotal in the
Yes.
war, right? So in our first video, what are we going to check out then, Jen?
Yeah, so in the first video, I'm gonna guide you guys how it looks like on the outside. But it's not just about the building, but all the structures and the background history, the stories. Hopefully, I'm gonna deliver with a lot of fun.
All right, let's check it out. Here goes.
Yeah, so this is the entrance. It was really grand and beautiful than I
Wow.
expected.
Yeah.
Very sophisticated. And the tower you're seeing is 자유 소외탑, Freedom Tower.
With the soldiers on it.
And beneath there was a flower basket sent by the military academy, Yuksa.
Oh, nice. A fresh flower basket there.
Very touching there.
And lots of like sculptures on the wall
It
of all the
captures
soldiers.
that dramatic moment of the war.
Goodness gracious.
And it was a nice place to take a stroll with your loved one. That's my husband, by the way.
Lovely. He's
And-
going on ahead.
Yes. There were weapons, the airplanes. Those were not fake, by the way. It's all actually used in the war.
Wow, that are just on display. And you've become what? A
Having
little
bit of
war
a
boat.
fun.
Lovely.
It was Saturday, by the way, so there were some families enjoying their time. And for every structure, there were real photos right beside that really helps you where and how this was used.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? It looks like a little mini, almost Yongsan War Museum.
But it's actually really grand.
Yeah.
And these are the nation flags that have joined the war, who actually sent the soldiers.
A lot from the UN, I see. And I see the UK as well. Yay.
Yes. Very emotional and touching. The
Is it
moment-
all outdoors or is there an indoor segment as well?
There is an indoor segment which will be in the second video.
Oh, okay, but there's
And
lots
what
to
you're
see
seeing
outside.
there is it just ended,
Yeah.
but it's worth to know that now most of the land that you just saw from the memorial hall to straight forward or
Yeah.
reclaim 간척화, so it's now urbanized and you see the buildings, but those were originally the sea and where the operation actually happened.
Oh, it's in front of this memorial.
Yes.
That's where it
The
happened.
direction. in the seaside. Yeah.
And back in the day, it wasn't all built up or anything like that.
Not at all.
Wow.
Just the sea.
That's a lot of urbanization that's happened in Korea over the years. That was great. Faz saying, I wonder if this was the movie location that was in Operation Chromite. Was that the one with Liam Neeson, I think, if I'm not mistaken? There was this movie focusing on the Incheon Landing.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's exactly the one.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know if in the movie they actually filmed here, because obviously with the buildings, it wouldn't look like it did like decades ago. But yeah, Faz, that's exactly what we're talking about, the Incheon Landing Operation. That's a lovely outside and exterior.
Yeah, and it was pretty big, much bigger than I expected, because I live in Seoul and most of the buildings aren't that grand and big, right?
Sure.
And it was a nice place to take a stroll, and the weather was nice, and there was like benches where you can bring your kids, and there were some couple of families bringing their kids and explaining how all this happened.
Sure.
And the weapons were all heading forward to the sea.
Oh, they're all pointed in that direction.
Yes, it wasn't just randomly located. It's all showing that capture that moment when those weapons fire the missiles and all that. And I could feel that the history, you know.
I'm getting a little bit of goosebumps just hearing about it like that. Yeah, Steve Fong also saying all those monuments and the military vehicles look really impressive. And yeah, I said it kind of looks like a mini Yongsan War Memorial, because in the grounds of that war memorial at Yongsan, they've got all the weapons and stuff. I think they're pointing random directions in that one. But yeah, it kind of felt like that. And you can just walk around there like for free. It's just an outdoor kind of park?
Yeah, the outside is free. Actually, inside there was no fee at all as well, even on Saturday. Better to know that.
Yes, for families especially. Jonathan Saw is listening and saying, yeah, Incheon Landing Operation is Operation Chromite. I think that might have been the official name from the American side of that. Thank you for that. We'll get indoors. We'll take a deep dive into the history and all the things we're seeing on screen after a little song break. Jen, you're a K-pop expert, so I wonder if are you familiar with SF9? They're one of our listeners' favorite groups, I think.
I have to be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of certain groups of K-pop,
I see on
BTS.
your channel BTS is here, there,
So
and
sorry,
everywhere.
I don't know the group. I'm an oldie now, but
It's
thank you for
okay.
the recommendation. Yeah.
We'll listen and we'll see what you think. Faz has requested
Okay.
it, saying being best friends means believing in someone, whatever they choose to do and stand for, as long as they're worth believing, of course. So that's what true best friends do. So I want to hear Some Believer by SF9. It's time for part 2 of K-Patch with Jennifer. Jen, I just call you Jen. Am I being rude? Is it okay to call you Jen?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Jen is in the studio. You can check out her YouTube channel, Jen from Korea, with lots of stuff to do with Korean and K-pop. And today we're talking about the Incheon Landing Operation Memorial Hall. We've seen the outside in our first video. If you missed that, don't worry. You can check it out on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Our username there is Arirang Daily K, all one word. Derek Gunther says Jen's got great energy. She's got a Broadway energy and a Broadway voice. Could totally play Glinda in Wicked, which will now have me
Whoa.
listening to Popular 7 times on repeat. That's very specific, Derek.
I know. Thank you. I did once perform on a musical performance.
Wow.
Back in when I was in college.
What was the musical?
It's the one that we kind of created.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
we made up all the story, and it was really fun.
Are
It's
you
called
like a musical?
별들에게 물어봐.
Ask the Stars.
That's the title.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a very intriguing title. So were you into like performing and stuff, Jen?
I love, yeah. And actually, when I teach Korean language, I try to make it as kind of personal and make it as a story, you know. So I make a little bit of a skit.
Oh, nice. Do some acting in it.
Yes.
And some singing because you're doing like the K-pop lyrics.
I do as well, actually.
Oh, I'm going to have to check out your channel in more detail, definitely. Rat Soup Flavor also say, I just subscribed on YouTube as well.
감사합니다. Thank
Army
you.
saying good morning. Greetings from the Philippines to Jennifer too. Yeah, she'll be here next week as well, and possibly even the week after. We'll have to see. Keep your messages coming in. And we've got some related to your video. Siska saying, oh, the wall in the video kind of looked like the wall in Monas area in Jakarta. I think you've sent that in before, Siska, showing like soldiers fighting and stuff like that. That's interesting.
Yeah, that'll be similar then. Yeah, there are, it's a picture of, you can see the MacArthur, the general, and a crowd of soldiers fighting. And if you see those facial expressions, really dramatic, it just moves your heart, you know.
Does it look real? Like when you're staring at it?
A bit more dramatic, but
Okay.
I can feel this incident more real as a story. You know what I mean?
It will give kids as well, I think, a good insight into a time that they maybe couldn't imagine before, right? You got some messages too.
Yeah. A message from Tropic Girl. Wow, magnificent structure. That looks like a lovely place where the kids can roam around safely. Ooh, I would a bit question the safely part. Because I have a 2-year-old boy, so whenever I see the steep stairs and if there's no fences, I get all crazy and just cannot take my eyes from
You've got to
him.
be like a millimeter away,
Yeah,
ready
so-
to catch him.
Yeah, but it's definitely a nice place to take a stroll.
Yeah, it did look lovely, and lots of shady areas as well for the summer. Noor says, nice wall, and ooh, the place seems really high itself. What a view from the top back towards like the river and the sea. Is that from the top of the building, or is that just like the outdoor area which we saw with the benches and the walkways?
That's a really good question. So the tower, if you remember in the early part, the 자유소외탑, the Tower of Freedom,
Yeah.
that was located on the very top of the memorial hall, very
Sure.
highest spot. So you can actually see the sea and
Nice.
everything. But other than those, the weapons, it was structured beneath. So you can imagine how vertical the structure overall kind of structured.
It's quite tall.
Yes, and all the way to the tower, you have to walk up the stairs. And
Good
that
exercise.
Kind of, yes. But at the same time, you get that pious feeling, you know, 경건해지는 마음.
Oh, wow.
Very respectful and some kind of sadness at the same time.
I wonder if that's like a design thing, because, you know, a lot of Buddhist towers, you have to walk up all those stairs. I never thought about it, but is that what it's designed to
I think
do,
they
maybe?
intended it, yeah.
That's very clever, isn't it? You got another message?
Yep. One from Sophie. Oh, that's sad. Separated family. Wow, it's an incredible building. Even watching it, I'm feeling so much with the photos. Thank you for that message. It is very emotional. If you actually go there, it feels very different from the photo.
Oh, really?
Much more grand, and again, the stairs is not just steep but very narrow.
Oh, wow.
So that itself also gives me that kind of a deep emotion.
Yeah, that's
know?
some aspect that I didn't even think about. I just imagined the stairs were there to transport you to the top floor, but no, they're doing something along the way. Josh Lee saying, you mentioned Yongsan, Peter. Is that where the turtle ships are at? I think inside the War Memorial or the War Museum, there is a turtle ship from my memory as well, the Kobukson. Not so much on the outside, though. Good memory from you, Josh, as well. And then one last one, Jen.
Yeah, from Raul. Wow, it's similar to a wall in my former city. Wow, many museum of military, those statues are just the same as the statues of my country. I wonder where Raul is from.
Argentina.
You know? Okay,
And
that's
so,
interesting.
yeah, they must have had many conflicts in the past. One with my country, the Falklands War with the UK, which was a bit of a tragic modern skirmish. But yeah, I'm guessing those soldiers, that kind of image is a bit universal. You know, any war, it's kind of similar with the guns and the helmets and
Yes.
stuff like that. But we're focusing on the Incheon Landing. So in the second video now, Jen, we're going to go inside.
Yep, we're gonna go inside the exhibition hall.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah, it was a clean, nice area. I love to see those real photos of the
Wow.
real people captured in the real moment.
From the 50s, right?
Yeah,
From the
and
Korean War.
particularly those civilians, the baby, by the way, that really touched my heart. That hit me
goodness.
really hard.
Yeah, with
it's
the
a
guns
sad
right in their
history.
face.
And there was this grand space where they had the models showing how Incheon looks like, and it really helped me how the operation proceeded.
Wow, so it's
The
all
order?
focusing on that one operation.
Yes. And me having some discussion with MacArthur.
Oh, they've got like the almost waxwork statues there.
And nice media room with the English content.
With videos from the time.
And the story of the student soldiers, actually, I wanted to shed some light on that because prior to this operation, there were like mini battles mobilizing students, just, teenagers, the kids.
Who were at school just maybe a few months earlier.
Yes, this is a letter from Lee Ugun, one of the student soldiers, that got me really emotional.
To his mother.
To his mother,
Oh.
like a day before he passed away, or maybe that day.
Oh, goodness.
The spoon, the hats, the soldiers, the students were carrying in their body. And the flag, you might wonder why there is a Japanese flag.
Yes.
It's from the Korean Japanese students who volunteered in the army, and they kind of transformed the flag into taegukgi.
Oh, wow.
And they wrote their names and their wishes for a safe return.
Oh, goodness gracious. So they were involved as well in those battles. Because, there was a movie not that long ago that focused in on the student soldiers.
That's right.
And I think, weren't their job was almost just to sacrifice themselves to kind of like be a diversion for the landing operation. I heard a few of those stories. That's so tragic.
Yeah. So before this operation happened, that was on 1950, September 15th. That's like 2.5 months later, the war broke out.
Yeah.
And prior to that, like a week before, North Korea, they kind of seemed to realize something is going on.
Oh, I
So
see.
South Korea tried to distract them, having this harassing tactic, 교란작전, having
Okay.
this mini battles in Yeongdeok and Mokpo, different areas, so that they won't focus on Incheon, rather focusing on the Nakdonggang area in Daegu.
Oh, kind of like, look over here, and then they
there's nothing
sneak
going
in the
on
back.
in Incheon.
Oh, yeah, because North Korea, I think we've mentioned it, but not in too much detail. Like, they really covered almost the whole of South Korea in terms of their invasion down to almost Busan, right?
I know.
And
That
so-
happened really quick. And Seoul was captured in like 3 days.
Just 3 days.
In June 28th.
That's crazy, right, to think of. And that's why still to this day, we've got the DMZ, which we focus on, but also a lot of areas around like Paju and really near the border. There's a lot of like military installations ready to be put into action if there was ever an invasion again,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of, as a guy from Britain who never sees that side, when I'm driving in my car looking at like barbed wire fence and like turrets where you
How
could
do you
have a
feel?
gun, I'm like, where am I living? Why did I choose to live here? I feel safe now because I've been here so long, but when I first saw it, I was like,
Yeah.
what's happening? Are
Why am I here?
we are technically still at war, right?
That's
It's
true.
not a permanent...
The war is not officially ended. It's Hyujeon. We're just taking a break.
That's-
Can you imagine that?
Insane to think about, isn't it, in
And
detail?
You and I, we have both kids. You have a boy too, right?
Yes.
And can you imagine, like within like 1 decade, they
Yeah.
might go to the army?
The military service, which is
Still?
compulsory here, absolutely.
I know, it's so sad.
Let's get to a song break. We'll talk more about this. And if you guys have any messages, photos, or videos about something similar, maybe a crucial battle in your country, from the UK, I could think of maybe the D-Day landings in Dunkirk that was turned into that film from Christopher Nolan. Send us in your photos and videos via Kakao Talk. Our username is Daily K. Tropic Girl and Mama Wolf both asked for this song in honor of Vasso's birthday from Greece, who is an army. You want to have Microcosmos, BTS, or how she'd pronounce it, Microcosmos, and Jen is happy
I
too.
love this.
K-Patch with Jen in the studio covering for Kiwon, and there's been a lot of chat, and so I just wanted to clear it up. Kiwon does not have COVID. She came into contact with the COVID patient, and in Korea we're just extra safe. Even though she tested negative, she has to self-quarantine for 2 weeks, I believe. So luckily we had Jen on hand who loves Korean history. So this topic is perfect for you. It's almost like
I feel
fate.
so lucky. Yeah.
It's almost like your musical about talking to the stars. The stars have aligned, Jen. We got lots of messages as well. Steve saying, I like the historical photos, the artifacts, the video reenactments. Makes you feel like you were there. I think some of that footage as well, Steve, was not reenactments. That was like real footage from like maybe the 50s and
That's
stuff.
true. That was real photo of a real person.
Wow.
And the civilians were I think, North Koreans in Wolmido. They were surrendering to the army.
Oh, I see. Wolmido
Yeah.
up around the Incheon area, which is now like a little kind of fun fair area, right? Like a theme
Yeah.
park and stuff. Yeah, the surrender photos really, those are kind of haunting to me.
Yeah, and if you look at it, I mean, they're just normal people. Like just from the book and the numbers of the casualty, you might not feel maybe that this is a story of two same nationality. I mean, the
Yes.
families fighting with each other.
Yeah, it's insane. It's the normal people that
insane.
suffer because the people in charge came to that decision. It's just never fair, is it? You got a couple of messages?
Yep, another one from Tropic Girl. All very well laid out and seems like a lot of good content available in English too. That is right. The media room that they have the content in Korean, surely, and English, Chinese, and Japanese.
Oh,
So it's a
great.
great chance for you from other countries to get to know the story of Incheon Landing.
Yeah, many museums in Korea now definitely have the main languages, those ones you mentioned. Although I was a little concerned because when I was looking at that letter from the student, it looked like it was predominantly in Korean.
Oh, that's
that
true.
part, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not everything is labeled completely in English. But we've got Hangul lessons on a Tuesday and Jen teaches on our YouTube channel, so no excuses not to learn in advance. We've also got Sophie saying sad past history had happened there. It's just a very strong feeling of remorse. 미안합니다. War makes me just so sad. Lost lives which could have been avoided. Yeah, Korean War had like millions, I believe, of casualties, mostly Koreans, North and South. And absolutely avoidable because, as Jen mentioned, we were the same people just a few years before this, right? That's what makes it so much more tragic, right?
And speaking of the casualties, I mean, not only it's sad to see those sacrifices of the soldiers, but there are much more civilians being killed.
Oh, no.
Massacres. And, you know, those mostly happen in like 8 months since the broke out of the war.
Oh, that was the peak time for casualties.
Yeah, you know, the war lasted for like 3 years, but the first 8 months was really fierce.
That was deadly.
Very deadly. And up until North Korea expanded way up to Daegu, which is my hometown, by the way. I mean, everything just got so fast. It proceeded very fast.
Yeah.
And then after this Incheon landing, it became like a turning point. It reversed the whole situation of the war. And then, as many of you might know, in the end, the Chinese army also joined from north, and it got all much more complicated and lasted for that long time.
Yeah, and then there was
so sad.
more like, I guess, scuffling along that kind of border line, which is maybe why it was less deadly. That's really interesting. It's lovely to have a history buff with us, Jen, in the studio. Josh Lee says there's a bronze statue of General MacArthur on a beach in Leyte, the Philippines, for the Battle of Leyte during World War II. Also, General MacArthur not just held up in high esteem here in Korea, but also in the Philippines. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that too.
And you also said, speaking of military movies, I highly suggest to watch 71 Into the Fire. That's based on a true story of 71 South Koreans holding down a school from North Korean forces until American forces helped them. I've not seen that.
Thank you, Joshua Lee, for bringing that up. Actually, I really wanted to shed light on that movie.
Oh,
It's
wow.
포화 속으로,
Oh,
released in 2010.
Completely different title in Korean. 포화 속으로.
Kind of similar. 포화 속으로, into the flame.
Ah.
And, you know, the singer of Big Bang, Top?
Oh, was he in that?
starred
I
in
remember
that
he was
movie.
in some military thing.
And he played the role of Lee Woo-gun, the student photo that I showed in the video with
That
the
was his
letter.
role.
That was his story. He's the
Wow.
real figure of that movie. And if you see the letter, you can see how dramatic that moment was. He was writing under the hot sun to his mother. Like
That was a scene in the movie. Oh.
Surely it would have been reflected in the movie. And what's more sad was he passed away like maybe right after that letter was written.
I remember hearing about that movie, how tragic it was that all these students were losing their lives. We've got a few photos as well, just to give you a feel of what it was like at the time, the Incheon landing. I think, people were really advising against this because the chances of success were said to be low. The Incheon area with its tides was really difficult to predict. But luckily, it all came off. And as Jen said, it was the turning point in the war. General MacArthur, you can see that looks like the thing that you posed with in the museum.
Yeah, I was having a talk with him with that exact poster.
It must be from this photo that they made that statue.
It is. Yeah.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
And as you can see from the photo, you see a lot of ships and the airplanes, and there were 75,000 the army troops rushing into this small area, and it is assumed that there were only 500 to 1,000 North Korean soldiers.
Oh, goodness.
So you can imagine how successful this sudden attack was. They didn't guess this would actually happen.
They must have been completely overwhelmed then by that mismatch in troops. And where exactly is that then, Jen? How did you get there? You drove to this Incheon?
Yes, I actually
Memorial?
drove by car. I live in Songpagu area, which is the east side of Seoul.
The opposite of Incheon then.
Very opposite. So I thought that, okay, it's going to take some time on Saturday because it was just my only day to go there. But I also want to tell you guys, there's this tunnel that's been recently opened. I hope I could know the name, but you know how it's really crowded in the Mokdong and Yeongdeungpo area?
Sure, to get to Incheon, right?
But there's this tunnel that just, I went straight up to Incheon with no jam. Yeah.
Wow. It might be, I'm not sure if it is, but the Gangnam Sunando takes a lot of weight now, which takes you past actually the Sadang area, so you don't have to go via Mokdong. I don't know if it is that one. But yeah, is it near Walmido then, this place? You can get there fairly quickly?
So Walmido is a really important strategic spot. So in front of the Incheon, there's this small island, Walmido. It's inhabited. There's no person in there. But they first captured this island, and there's this lighthouse.
Yeah.
I actually posted it was in the video actually.
Did they move that lighthouse, like the whole thing? Or was that because that didn't seem too close to the sea, right, to have a lighthouse. So I was looking at it and I was thinking, did they take the whole building there? Or maybe it was originally
You mean
site.
they moved that lighthouse to the memorial hall?
I was wondering, yeah.
I hope I can answer to that. I don't think it wasn't that big enough.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry, I can't answer to that. But other weapons, the cargoes and the guns were all real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure about that one. But after they captured this lighthouse, it was really turning point as well, because the light that shoot from this lighthouse guided the other big troops to enter the Incheon following that day.
Nice.
And as you mentioned, there is high tides in that region. And the light that guided the troop was very essential.
Sure, to get through all those tides. Sophie sent in something saying, for today's K-Patch, a few photos on a war memorial in Sandakan, Sabah. I don't think we've got time to show the photos, but you said it's a memorial park set up to remember all the soldiers that perished during the Second World War on the death march from Jesselton, Kotskinabalu to Sandakan. The march was deadly and long. Many died on the way through malaria and the plague. And those who had survived this march were then saved by the Australian army as the arrival of the Japanese. They had to surrender to the Australians in Labuan, 1944. We've just seen a few of the photos. Thank you for sending those in. All so heavy, but very meaningful for us to learn about. Jen, it's been fantastic having you in today. I hope we do some more history next week as well.
I mean, the time flew so fast.
Yes, it is time to leave, but we will welcome you into the studio next Monday. Have a good week.
Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone.
Here is Cameron's song request. You've asked for Sulegi from Pocket Girls. Sulegi, I can see, is the Korean Hangul title. You romanized it, but enjoy.